going on, guys? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to another Sunday evening in the lawn. In today's video, we're going to talk all about the first step of the next step liquid lawn care program. One thing I've been talking about doing for quite some time as far as my lawn care program goes is I've been talking about converting from a traditional granular mechanical program to a full-on liquid program in an attempt to lower my nitrogen rates for the entire year. So today's video is going to kind of be the initiation of that, the first step to that program. It's these types of videos that get me really excited because today we're actually going to be spraying for the first time in I don't know how many months. It's been a little while. In fact, for those of you guys who just got done watching the video I did over here, for those of you guys who are new here, this is actually a brand new recovery series I'm going to be doing on this lawn over here. So be sure to follow that this year if you're not. We are going to be applying green pund at 16 ounces per thousand. That'll give us about a quarter pound of nitrogen. And the specialty products we're going to be applying are going to be AIR8 and D-thatch, both mixed at 6 ounces per thousand. Okay, so before we get to the spraying, I want to go ahead and answer a couple questions that I know I'm going to get, especially since we're performing the first application today. The first one I'm going to get is, Jake, how do I know when to actually start fertilizing? When it comes to fertilizing, there's actually two different ways that you can determine when it's time. Number one would be to use a soil thermometer like I've been talking about in the past couple videos. And basically what you do is you take a measurement of your lawn, see where your soil temperature's at, and if it averages around 50 degrees in the middle of the day, then you know your soil's not frozen and that when you put your product down, it's less likely to run off and it's going to be utilized by the plant. Rule of thumb, as long as the soil isn't frozen, you're okay. If you're not willing to go through all that trouble of getting a soil thermometer and measuring your soil, then another way to figure out when it's time to put down your first application is just to let Mother Nature tell you. So to be more specific, once you notice the forsythia bushes blooming, those are the bushes that bloom in the first of spring and they have kind of a yellowish flower. Once those are in bloom, you're good to go. The second question I get, and then we're going to get to spraying here, and that is going to be, will AIR8 ruin my pre-emergent barrier if I put that down prior? And the answer is no. These two products have two different modes of actions and they work on two different parts of the soil. The pre-emergent is more geared to the soil surface, whereas the AIR8 is more geared towards working down deep in the soil to help with deeper roots. So as far as will one affect the other, the answer is no. You'll be fine. Okay, so real quick, I want to explain my rationale behind this application. Our application, as far as the specialty products, are going to be AIR8 and D-thatch. AIR8 is going to help break some bonds to open up the soil to help encourage more of this new growth we got going on here. And to make sure that that new growth is not being suffocated, we're going to get the D-thatch in here to help digest this stuff and put it back down into the soil to feed the lawn for further new growth to come. So with all that being said, let's get spraying, boys. So here's a really efficient way to go about doing things. So what I have here is my orthodilane spray hooked up to the hose, which is turned on and ready to go. And today's application is going to consist of both this hose end sprayer and my tank over there for the least amount of time consumption as possible. And one quick tip to keep in mind when you have to do an application that requires both of these in the same day is to, number one, make sure your hose is turned on, ready to go. And number two, make sure your ortho spray is on and ready to go, and then that way you can use it to fill up your sprayer over there. And then once this application comes around, the least you have to worry about is mixing, and that, my friends, is how you save time in the long term. So now we're on to the green punch. This is our last application of the day. And remember, this is a high nitrogenous product, and because of that, it requires constant dilution with water, hence the reason we're using a hose end sprayer for it. Okay, so some quick math here, and then we'll get back into it. So a couple things we need to go ahead and review here is, number one, how long it takes for this sprayer to output 1 gallon of water. As you can see, it takes 30 seconds. And another thing we need to go ahead and look at here is our dilution setting. Our dilution setting dictates how many ounces of product will come out per gallon of water, in our case 30 seconds once again. Another thing we need to know, we never really talked about this before, and that is the size of our tank that holds the product. In this case, this tank is 32 ounces, which means it can hold 32 ounces of whatever product we want to spray. Now what we've got to do is we got to pick which setting we want to use on the dilution setting. In my case, because I'm a fast walker, I'm going to use the highest setting, which is 8 on the orthodilane spray. Now that I've gotten my setting picked, I need to go ahead and figure out how many multiples of that number do I need to get myself to the capacity of my tank. In this case, 8 times 4, so 4 multiples of 8 will get me to the capacity of my tank. And as we remember, it takes 30 seconds to output 8 ounces, so how many seconds does it take to output 32 ounces if it takes 4 multiples of 8? That's right, you guessed it. It'll take us 2 minutes to output 32 ounces of product and to cover 2,000 square feet. Because my front lawn over there is 2,000 square feet, so nice 2 minutes to spray 2,000 square feet, not bad. So a good thing to do is to put an extra ounce in there too, because no sprayer outputs 100%, remember that. What are you doing?
Throwing the switch. You want to go to beside us?
Yeah, well, still. The last thing. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you really enjoyed the video. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here with this beautiful sunset behind me. I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. If you guys would like to learn how to get the greenest and thickest lawn on the block, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and I'll show you how to do so. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you guys next time, you're gonna be dominated, bro. See you later.